Hi, welcome to day 4. And with day 4, we're looking at the idea of flow and resistance. Now, if we don't accept those blocks and we try to attack them, we are resisting, we are fighting, and that causes resistance. And that causes a resistance within our bodies in as far as the energy flow in our bodies. If you think about water, it resists nothing. It just moves around, flows around, accepting what's there. Sometimes with time, it will wear its way through it. And with some of these blocks, it takes longer. They're not just going to disappear. But the slow flow of energy in life will allow them to erode and erode. Other times, you'll find it easier and quicker to just steer around it. So don't pursue, as we said the other day. When you become aware of those blocks, accept. Do not fight. Think of a situation in your life where there's a challenge, where there's a difficulty. If you try and think about fighting that, suddenly it becomes a struggle. So suddenly you are hitting energy against energy, and that's going nowhere. What we want to do is introduce flow, not just through the meditation that we're doing, which has been introducing your body to the flow and the processing of energy, but in our lives, in our movements. How do you flow more when you move? As a magician, someone who's performed, then the flow and the flurry of things has always been part of what I do. But in all our movements, if we create more flow, maybe you go take up Tai Chi, something like that. But think about Tai Chi, how the movements flow, even if you just watch it and think, how can I mirror that flow in my life? And in creating flow in more areas of your life, you're reducing resistance, reducing the block of energy, and allowing the positive things that are waiting to come for you to flow into your life. So let's move forward and carry on with that flow meditation. So for today's meditation, there'll be background music. And as I said in the introduction, just follow the instructions to the best of your ability to get the most from this. And today's practice is very, very simple. We're going to spend 5 minutes just sat comfortably. Best if you can sit. You don't want to be, if you're sitting, don't be stooped over like this. Restrict your breathing. You want to be able to breathe clearly. So sitting comfortably, supported upright. If you have to lie down, that's fine also. And what we're going to do for this week, very simple practice, is you breathe in. As you breathe in, you follow the breath up through the nose, down into the pit of the stomach. That means that you take a deeper and better breath. So you're breathing it in all the way to the base, into the pit of the stomach, to a point, if you imagine it, a couple of inches behind your belly button. So you're breathing in, and then you're breathing out. And you follow that breath all the way in, just to picture it, imagine it going down, and imagine it going out. And after a few of those, what we're going to do is imagine that as you're breathing in, just imagine energy, whether you see it as light, as electricity. Some people see it as a waterfall trickling down through them, which is a lovely image. However you want to imagine, you might sense it, just get a feeling, or just know that that energy is flowing down into you. And it's coming from all over, all the deepest depths of the universe, flowing down into you. And that's going to be our practice for this week. Do this at least once a day. 5 minutes is all we're going to be doing. However, if you can repeat it, maybe do it first thing in the morning, do it in the evening as well. Wonderful. The more you do it, the better you're going to get from it. So let's begin. Have a fidget, have a stretch, get comfortable. And we always begin by taking 3 deep breaths. So breathing in, hold it a moment, notice the stillness in the pause, and then breathe out. Breathing in, hold it a moment, notice that stillness in the pause, and then breathe out. Breathing in again, hold your breath, and if you've not done so already, just close your eyes this time as you breathe out now, and just relax. And just begin to follow your breath. As you breathe in, following the breath up through the nostrils, and imagine it following it down, all the way down, as though you're breathing into that point beneath and behind the belly button. So your stomach's expanding as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, contracting the belly, That air, following it, picturing it, imagining it just coming all the way back out. Pausing before breathing back in. Belly expands, and then as you breathe out, bring the belly in, follow the air back out. If your mind drifts, just bring yourself back to the task in hand. You'll discover with each breath that you can do this. Rather than focusing on the whole period of time, just focus on the fact that I'm going to focus on this breath only. As you breathe out, you focus on that out breath. Continue for a little while longer. And now just begin to imagine, however you do that, that with every in-breath you're drawing energy all the way down and into that point. Imagine it storing up like a battery behind the navel, a couple of inches behind the navel, just breathing that energy in. And continue. And just bringing your awareness back out from that energy, letting the imagined energy flow, just letting go of that, just returning to your natural breath. And as you return to your natural breath, just returning, being more aware of your time, your place here and now in the room where you're listening to this. Have a stretch, have a fidget, wiggle your toes, come back into your body, and when you're ready to go forward with a sense of being charged and energized for the day, then you can open your eyes, stretch, feel good, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.